Hello guys, and welcome back to Youth Explore channel, the home of all youthful conversation from freedom, peace, uh, security, growth, everything to do with the youths. Yo guys, I have missed you. Oh god, I don't even know where to start. Najua niliwaachanisha tu hivo and I didn't have anything to say before or after. I dropped your video with the Wanjiko and it was interesting, but I felt like, oh God, you've even forgotten me, haven't you? Haven't you? So my name is Phoebe Bugwa. For everyone who is new here, you're very welcome. For those who have been my subscribers from day one, I really appreciate you. I cannot say enough of how much I value you guys, and I am so happy to be back. I just had to come here and have an interactive session with you guys, make you know where I was, what was happening, what have I been up to, and what is coming for you. So, guys, the last time I saw you was back last year, I think in June. Yeah, it was actually last year, June. So, I did a video with Father Kinote, and that was the last video before the one I posted just the other day. And you guys interacted with it well, but I was going through a lot that time, but I was also praying and God has helped me. I'm not going to go into the details of what I have done and what I'm doing, but I'm going to share things that really matter to you and things that will help you generally in life. If I come and tell you about where I live or what I'm doing right now in terms of job, it's not really relevant to you guys. But if I tell you the lessons that I've learned or what I'm up to in terms of my personal journey and emotionally, it's going to help someone and it's going to be of impact, and that is generally the reason for my channel. I don't do it to brag, I don't do it to just for entertainment. I do it for growth. I do it for people to know that there is hope, and to just give people hope, to help our fellow youth, and also to learn through this channel. You know, it's funny how I was watching my videos just the other day before I posted the recent video, and I was learning a lot from my younger self. Guys, it's really good to have even if it's not on YouTube, it's really important for you to have to just have a way you're documenting your journey, because sometimes you look back at those journals and sometimes you look at everything that you've been through and all the everything where you've come from, and you appreciate the journey even more. So I was watching my video and I was learning from them. So whenever I come here on my channel, it's not just for you guys, it's also for me, and I learn as I talk also. So today's video is going to be about authenticity, hashtag finding me. Yeah. So over the last 1 year, a lot, guys, a lot has happened. I did not know that being out of school required as much energy as I actually found out. But it's been an interesting journey, and I am so grateful to God. I am so grateful to my family. I am so grateful to my friends who have stood by me in every step of the way. And I can definitely say that the last 1 year since graduation, I graduated last year March. So it's like a year and 2 months since graduation. So within that time, a lot has happened. But I think the most transformation that has happened in my life is in terms of my character, finding myself, finding my confidence, and being authentic. So today I just want to talk about authenticity and finding yourself. After campus, that is the time you now start to realize things are not free. Finding money is not easy. Living by yourself can be scary. You don't have friends, not like in campus where you could see your friends every day. You're forming new circles of friends. Like you're getting into work. You have to jog between your mental health, your family, your friends, and work. And work is taking a lot of time. Sometimes it's hard for you to even catch up with yourself? Do you guys do meetings with yourself? Do you do daily catch ups with yourself? Do you do weekly catch ups with yourself? And what are you doing towards interacting with yourself and getting to know yourself? You know, I usually say a personal relationship with yourself is just as any other relationship in the world. If you take so much time for you to know someone before you get into a relationship with them or you get committed to them, then what makes you think that having a good relationship with yourself or loving yourself will just happen naturally? So the video for today is just talking about my personal journey in terms of being authentic and finding myself. So the first thing that has happened to me since graduation is I found myself alone, and there are times I felt alone. There are times I felt like I don't have anyone. I was wondering who I'm supposed to, like, when I was in campus, I had a best friend who would spend all the time together. Even if I take some 1 hour by myself, I will still find her there. We will go for walks, we will go to class, we will chat. But now after campus, you are alone. You don't have, like, your friends have relocated. You're trying to get a job. You're living by yourself. So it becomes some kind of confusion, like you're suddenly in a new chapter of your life and you're supposed to write it daily. You don't know anything about that world. So the first thing I did was when I was trying to look for jobs, I decided to be open to learning. I decided that I do not know everything. I don't know anything about this. So I decided I'm going to take time to learn and to be teachable. Anyone who had information, I would call them. I would ask questions. I decided I'm not going to be a know-it-all girl. I will humble myself and I will try as much as possible to learn and to learn from other people, so I don't have to go through experiences that I don't have to because I refuse to learn. So it's very important for you to be teachable, but there's also a line to that. You need to also be aware of people who can be controlling because you've given them the power to guide you. Not everyone is to ask for advice. It's not everyone you go and try to get guidance from them, especially after campus. You will find people who are looking for a purpose in life and they decide you're their purpose. They will just suddenly decide this is going to be my project and whatever I say she's going to do, and I want to see how she will turn out of my so you need to find someone who is actually looking who wishes you well, and someone who wishes you well, they give you freedom in as much as they give you guidance. They will give you guidance, but they will not dictate whether you're going to use it or not, because sometimes when you ask for advice, it's not generally that you're going to use that advice. You just want to hear that person's perspective. So number one is just be teachable, but also have your freedom and attach yourself to people who are reasonable, to people who know you and who wish you well from a genuine point of view, like very genuinely. So the second thing I did is I have taken time to know my God afresh, guys, because there's a lot of you will get a lot of temptations to believe that God does not exist. I decided to intentionally seek God by myself, not by what I've been taught in church, not by what I've grown up knowing, to start understanding spirituality from a point of who am I as Fabian? Who am I really? And when I went down that road, I realized there's more to spirituality than just going to church. There's more to spirituality than talking about God. There's a lot more that is happening in the world that is spiritual and can help you. And when I say this, I mean in terms of the universe, in terms of energies, in terms of frequency. There's a quote by Nikola Tesla that says, when you discover the language of the universe as in the vibration, frequency, energy, you've discovered the secret of the world. So I've really tried to get spirituality in that concept, but also I really believe in the Bible. I believe in God, and I believe that He has really gotten me through situations I couldn't have gotten myself. So that was the second point of knowing myself. And another thing is spending time with myself intentionally, like not just um, those situations that force you to spend time with yourself. Like maybe when your battery is so low, you have to charge your phone. You have no otherwise. And sometimes you even end up looking for other distractions. And sometimes you guys, spending time with yourself is so important. You will find you're running away from yourself every day, every time you don't look back to who you are. But imagine if you're in a relationship with someone and you don't talk for a week. Of course, that relationship is going to be stained. There is so much things that are happening every day, and you're not updating each other. You don't know what is going on in that person's life. So even yourself, you might be the one who is doing those things, but your subconscious is still attached somewhere else. So you need to have some conversation with yourself, like be your first best friend. Be your first best friend, and sometimes just sit down, and it might look like you're mad when you're sitting down and trying to have a conversation with yourself and updating yourself what have been happening, but eventually you start to realize that you're correcting yourself even more than other people would. You find yourself realizing that this is not normal. This is something I should work on, and how I handle this situation is not good. When you start going over those things again, and the best time to do that is in the morning. You have a journal. Practice journaling. It is so important. I wish you know. Like you practice journaling and waking up early to spend time with yourself and with God. And in 6 months, your life will totally turn around. And trust me, when you start working, this is so important. There are times you will feel so drained by the world because you're not getting the energy from yourself, and your soul is seeking and calling out for attention. I once said here in this channel that loneliness is a cry for your soul for attachment, and it's not attachment from another person. When you're lonely, it's like your soul is telling you, I need to catch up with you. I don't know what is happening. Please just come and spend time with me. That is loneliness. But what do? We go look for friends. We get in a relationship. You call someone you love, and you come spend time with them. But now you've shut up, like you've tried to silence your conscience and your soul, and eventually you realize one day you wake up and you feel like, I do not know who I am anymore. I have no idea who Fabian is anymore. So it's really important to take time in the morning or whatever time you're comfortable, journal, just spend some time with yourself, and you will realize that a lot is going to change. A lot is going to change in your life. So the next thing is healing. My dear, hey, you will get to an age, especially now when you're deserted by so many people, like they've not deserted from you, but you don't have a lot of distraction. You start to realize that there are so many things that are not making sense anymore. Your subconscious mind has some things that are limiting you. You have a lot of baggage from your childhood. You have a lot of baggage from friendships that broke your heart. You have so much, you have never dealt with a heartbreak that nearly killed you. You never actually dealt with that, and you realize you have so many wounds that you need to work on. What do? You start to heal. Guys, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to start the healing journey, and it's not easy. I'm telling you, this is the most traumatic thing I've gone through. Actually, not traumatic. It's the most difficult stage that I have gone through, because when you start to you start to heal, you feel like you're going through all those things that have ever happened to you afresh. You start to remember, like your subconscious brings those things that you thought you've forgotten so fresh in your brain, you feel like they are actually happening all over again. You know, like if you've ever, especially those people who had a difficult childhood, you thought that now you have grown up, you have escaped that. No, that whole childhood is in your subconscious, and you need to deal with that before it starts affecting your relationship. It starts affecting your goals. You will find that you're being limited by things that you can quickly work. Okay, not quickly, but you can intentionally and efficiently deal with. I would advise you to look for books, like read books that are really helping you to grow, especially psychologically, and try to ask questions. Ask questions. Ask yourself, why am I like this? Why am I always in bad relationships? Why am I always the one who is like, you see, those things are really important to your personality, and you will never be authentic until you have cleared your subconscious. Because as long as if you've not healed, your subconscious is still working from it's a reaction to trauma. When you've not completely healed yourself, you will still react according to how situations came to you. Like if you've ever been assaulted as a child, you will look at all men from a perspective of men are dangerous. I am not safe in this world. I am I am not safe. But when you heal and you take your time to go through the mess, heal yourself, you will start now to look at people from a healed perspective. You will start now looking at the world from who you are actually meant to be, because you've cleared the things that are affecting you. So that is another very important thing, that you will not become your true self, or you will not be authentic until you do it. And I think finally is just to take in the moment, every moment, and stop always letting situations determine whether you're happy or not. I always tell myself, especially on Sundays before it's Monday or Monday morning, I tell myself, whatever this week is going to be, I don't care whether there will be pressure at work. I don't care whether there will be rain all week. I am going to be happy, because it's not about the things that are going to happen. It's not about who I'm going to interact with, who will determine my happiness. It's me. I will decide to be happy, and I will be happy because I am Phoebian, and I have a God who can control everything else. So just be grateful and take a day at a time, especially when you're healing, guys. It is not easy. My God, I cannot tell you how many times I've cried in my house alone. Like, you feel like you're going through situations afresh, but eventually you come to realize how freeing it is. You get to a point you don't care what people think. Like, you're whatever you want to think of me, as long as I am happy, that is all that cares. As long as my God is happy with what I'm doing, whether you feel I'm stupid or not, I don't care. That is your problem. Go deal with your problems. You need to get to that point. And I have not arrived. I have not arrived myself. I feel like there's so much to do, but every day, taking each day at a time, being grateful for every single thing, being positive about everything in life. No matter the situation, choose to look at the positive thing about it. Even if it's the worst situation, look at the positive side of it, and you're going to lead a very happy life. I know I am not a teacher of psychology. I am not a therapist, but I am just telling you my journey, and I know it's gonna inspire someone. And expect more of this. Expect more of this, guys. I am going to be consistent. I promise you that. And I wish you all the best, in especially those people who are just done with campus. I know it's not easy finding your way in this world. It's not easy at all, but it's worth it, my friend. When you finally get to that point, when you know you are at the point of freedom, it's the best feeling ever. So I wish you all the best, guys. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. You guys have no idea the kind of content that is coming your way. So thank you for watching, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye bye.